situation happened. We have our water coming from the mountain, from a spring, and it was piped under the ground, but it wasn't done very well. With the water situation, not having water, we kind of had to go back to the pioneer days. So we just gathered water right from the creek, and we put it in here for washing our hands and stuff. Obviously, we have a ton of dishes piling up because we're waiting for the water line to actually come in and then heat the water, so we can do it that way. Otherwise, we could have heated up the water, but we're gonna have water anyways. But then we just filter the water in here for drinking right from the creek. In the bathroom, obviously you need running water to flush the toilet, but when you don't have running water, then you just we took buckets of water right from the creek, and then whenever you go to the bathroom, you just dump the water in there, and the gravity will pull everything down the toilet. So that's what we've been doing while we've been out of water. So we're excited to have our water working again very soon.
So the reason why we put this new pipe in from the spring to the house is because there was a tree line, basically an old fence line that I wanted to get out of the way because it was just messing up the field. So I had a guy come with a bulldozer, and he started pushing over the trees, and our old water line apparently was right underneath the trees, buried very shallow, and so of course it ripped up with the roots and everything. So right now we're replacing the old water line that came from the spring over here to the house over here, and it was some old 2-inch black pipe, and it had a lot of holes in it and stuff, so we're putting a whole new Schedule 40 PVC 2-inch line in, and we had rented a trencher, and we're burying it about 18 inches deep, which is good enough for around here. So right now I'm just gluing it up, and we're gonna hook it up and get some water back in the house. Right here we found what looks to be a duct tape or plastic splice in the old pipe. This is part of the reason why I'm replacing it, because I knew there was some problem areas like this. Let's see what they concocted here.
There might be some money wrapped up in there.
Oh. Well, they did it halfway decent, but when you're underground, it's not good to trust a splice like that. So that's why we're replacing things. Leave the trees there. They hold the bank when you get a flood.
But not this vine.
Vines you can kill. And these things right here, you see these vines with the big pokers on them? Kill all those you can find. There's one, there's one, there's one.
Is there a $5 reward on each vine?
No, there's no bounty on the vines, but we just need them cut.
You know how hard these vines are?
Cut them right at the ground.
They're like harder than a rock.
Mike is getting impatient. We gotta go ahead and fix this for him.
Mikey's always impatient.
So now that all the trees are out of the way and these couple of fence lines that we have bulldozed, we'll go through and pull out some roots and bury this water line, try and tear out some of the old water line that's sticking up, and then hopefully get somebody in with a big disc to tear all this up and smooth it out and get some seed in here for pasture so we can feed the animals. So Miles, after working for about 20 minutes, he said, I asked him, what are you going to do now? And he says, well, I'm probably going to take a little break. Because he's been working so hard for the last 20 minutes now.
More than 20 minutes.
Maybe half an hour. Maybe half an hour. He had to walk all the way from down there up to there.
And I had to cut some room.
And he's all wore out. Being 16 years old, it's hard to muster up that kind of energy.
I am not wore out. I just wanted to go.
He probably needs maybe a 2-hour nap.
You know what happens when people assume, have you ever heard that before? I mean, process that happens when you assume things. I'm not gonna tell you, I'll just let you guys figure it out.
Here's the flow from the spring. We're going to flush out that pipe for a little bit because you get a little dirt in it and all that kind of thing. So we'll let it run for half an hour or maybe an hour to get the whole line kind of flushed out. And then we can fire up the pump and get water back in the house.
The water! Yes! There was water! We're so excited!